Hello, and welcome to Real Stories Uncovered. Before we start, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I'm a 35-year-old woman. I have a younger brother, James, and an older sister, Jessie. Our father passed away due to an accident when we were small, and our mom raised us alone. We didn't struggle or anything. My father left a good-sized estate plus the insurance money. Recently, our mother had a health scare with cancer. It turned out to be benign, but she still wanted to make sure her affairs were in order. About a week ago, she sat us all down to tell us how she had divided her estate, our father's estate, and all inheritance. I was a bit outraged to hear Jessie was getting more than James and me. Jessie isn't married and doesn't have any children. She has a rabbit. I have 4 kids, and James has 2. I felt like we needed the money more than Jessie. Mom was even giving her the house. Jessie doesn't need that big house all to herself and her rabbit. I told my mom how I felt and suggested that Jessie get less. James and I have kids, spouses, and more expenses than her. I have twins and she has a rabbit. I told Mom she shouldn't get the house and all that money. Instead of suggesting that Mom put a clause in her will that states if my sister doesn't get married or have a child within a certain amount of time, she gets nothing. I felt like that was fair. Jessie has a successful small business that makes jewelry. She doesn't need an inheritance. My mom told me I was being very disrespectful, and it was her business how she divided up everything. She said she left what she felt was fair to me, my sister, and my brother. I screamed at her that she was clearly playing favorites, and if she wants to see her grandkids again, she should reconsider her will. James didn't agree with everything, but he thought that Jessie shouldn't get our childhood home. It has more room for a family than a single woman or rabbit. I haven't spoken to my mom or Jessie since then. Our family members are saying I need to respect our mom's choice, and my husband said to let it go. For those of you who say my brother and I have constantly asked my mom for money, that's not true. My mom provided money for the kids and paid only for our weddings as gifts. We didn't ask for it. Any other exchanges were only for emergencies, such as medical bills, or if we couldn't afford something. She always told us we didn't have to pay this money back to her. It's her job as a mother to look after her children. Lastly, I spoke with my mother. I said she was free to see the kids, but I'm still not happy with this. She can set up trust funds for the kids, work them into the will, or pay for college. Even suggested the house be put in all our names instead of just Jessie's. If anything, I can just contest the will, should the time come. My parents worked very hard to provide us with a good lifestyle, and it's only fair that my children and my niece and nephew get to experience that too. Jessie will be fine. I'm sorry none of you are privileged enough to understand. Do you think the narrator's request for a change in the distribution of the inheritance is justified, or should they respect their mother's decision? Share your opinion in the comments. Thanks for watching. When you subscribe, make sure to hit the bell to turn on notifications.